Okay, we are joined by Jared Rhoden of Seton Hall. And again, use your raised hand feature to ask questions. And we'll go Jerry Reno first. Jerry.
Hey, Jared. Ultimately, down the stretch, you tied with them. What do you think was the difference in the last couple minutes?
It was tough. I think they were a little bit more feisty. They executed some good plays. They made some big plays at the end, and they ultimately won the game.
JP Pelsman, JP.
Jared, looking back at this season, why do you think you guys just didn't have the consistency that you had last year? What is there anything I know it's tough to look at it right now, but is there anything you can point to that you just guys couldn't get that rhythm going the last few weeks?
Nothing really in particular. I'd say everyone gave it their all. Every team goes through their bad times, and I feel like we hit our bad time at the wrong point in the season, and it happens to the best of them. So that's all I got for that one.
Thanks. Sorry.
Adam Zagoria. Adam.
Hey, Jared, you played a great game, man.
Thank you.
I know this is a really tough time for you, but if the team has a chance to play in another postseason tournament like the NIT or something, would you guys want to keep playing?
No comment on that one. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Ron Bailey, Hoya Report.
Hey, Jared. Belay seemed to be engaging in a lot of talking with you guys. It was a competitive game. Besides, being able to talk a little bit, what does he bring to the table, and what impressed you this time around playing against him?
He's a really aggressive player. He puts it all out there on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
His physicality, I think, changes the game. So I think he has a bright future.
Okay. Hey, good luck, okay?
Thank you.
Zach Braziller, New York Post.
Jared, how much do you think, Bryce's injuries and inability to get on the court for consistency hurt you guys? So much was put on Shavar's plate. You guys probably envisioned Bryce being a huge part of this team. Just how much do you think that in the end that really hurt you guys?
I'd say it hurt us a little bit. Bryce is definitely a veteran point guard. He's really dynamic, and I think he's a great leader, and having him on the court would have been good for us down the stretch at the end of the year. So we missed Bryce a lot.
Last question, Tim Best.
Jared, I know this is a tough pill to swallow. I mean, it was a tight game all throughout, and Georgetown was just able to make enough plays down the stretch to win the game. And when it comes to, I know you guys obviously left everything out there on the floor, but do you think, this really came down to, making little mistakes down the stretch that opened the door for them to win?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like they made the winning plays they had to make, and they did what they had to do. Coach Pat's a great coach, and they executed some things down the end of the stretch, which ultimately led them to win.
Jared, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're now joined by Coach Kevin Willard. Go to questions. Jerry Carino, you're first, Jerry.
Kevin, you tied 57-57, 2 minutes left. What do you think was the difference down the stretch?
Joe, we missed a lot of free throws, where we could have gave ourselves a 1 or 2 point cushion, and we missed a lot of free throws in the last 3 minutes, 4 minutes of the game where we ended up getting empty possessions. So, we get to the free throw line, we miss a free throw. We get to the free throw line, we miss 2 free throws. We make 1 out of 2. And you just can't, you can't go 5 for 11 from the free throw line when they're going 18 for 25. That's the difference in the ball game.
Zach Braziller. Zach.
Kevin, 2 things. Would you guys go to the NIT if selected?
I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into it, Zach, at this moment. I'm not 100% sure that's going to be the best thing for this team. I wouldn't play Sanjo in the NIT. I have some seniors that, I'm not sure going into a hotel in Texas right now is the best thing for my seniors, but I'm gonna have a conversation with them later. But as of right now, I'm leaning toward not doing it just for the fact of everything that we've been through all year long. I'm just not sure that's something that is best for us right now.
And Kevin, you brought Bryce in here to, be a big part of this team. How much do you think it hurt you guys that he just couldn't get on the court consistently?
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously we were really excited about bringing Bryce in just because of the dynamic and the makeup of this team. We thought his ability to be able to get in the paint and, be able to create shots for Jared's and Miles and take some pressure off Sandro. Obviously, I'm not having him for the last technically half of the season. It really hurt us in the fact that, it just puts so much on Shavar's plate, not only offensively, but defensively. So, I feel bad for him. It's a tough way to end your career, not being able to play all year long. And yeah, it hurt us. I'm not going to lie, it hurt us, but I feel worse for him. I think it hurt him more just because it's a tough way to end your career.
Jamal Murphy, Bill Rhoden, Sports.
Hey, Coach. Just wondering what it's been like for you this season as a whole to coach under these circumstances, and when you look back, later from now, when you look back at this, how will you look at this year? Is it like is it like something you'll throw away, or
No. I mean, no. I'm really proud of this basketball team. I think I made some decisions early on when we came out of COVID lockdown that hurt us and probably hurt our chances for the NCAA tournament because it's looked upon like we didn't beat anybody when. I tried to give what these guys wanted to do. They wanted to play games, coming out, I've said it before, coming out of the summer and the season ending last year. These guys really just wanted to play games when we came out of lockdown, and we just weren't ready to play. And that really kind of set us back. Bryce gets hurt in the first 6 minutes of the Louisville game, and then we're on the road, and we've played more road games than anybody else. I just think it just probably wasn't the best decision, but when I look back at it, this was a great group to coach. They played hard. They practiced hard. They had a great attitude. We got close to coming after losing 3 great seniors last year to come back and replace those guys and get close to making the NCAA tournament. I'm proud of this team.
JP Pelsman, JP.
Kevin, it seemed like Sandro had a tough time around the rim, some shippies that didn't go down. Was there anything that Georgetown did in particular to bother him, or was it just a tough night for him?
I mean, if you're driving and you're not getting foul calls and, teams are able to be a little bit more physical with you, that probably doesn't help.
Last question, Ron Bailey. All right, let's go to Jerry. Jerry Carino, you get the last one.
Kevin, what do you want to say about your seniors? You've been with these guys a long time. They've won a lot of games for you.
No, I mean, this is always, it's always tough at the end of the year. I'm proud of them. They've been here 4 years. They've given their heart and soul. They've been great in the classroom. They've been great in the community. And they've been terrific on the basketball court. I'm going to miss them very much. But they can hold their heads high. They had great careers. Had a chance to go to 4 straight NCAA tournaments. Each one of them gave a lot. And I think what I'm most proud of them, and I said this the other day, all of them have really grown as men. They're just not, I look at what Miles Kale's doing in his community and foundation. Sandro coming here as a young, immature young man has now blossomed into an NBA player, in my opinion. And, Shavar was a walk-on and plays 34 minutes a game tonight for us. So we're just really proud of all of them. I really am. And, looking forward to what they hold in the future, because I think they're all going to have very bright futures.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, guys.
Kevin, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, everyone.